Well, thank you. I guess I'm living proof that anyone can get a standing ovation if they hang around long enough. In all seriousness, I feel the love in the room, and I'm really touched. I am especially honored to be receiving this award from Michelle. And Michelle, while you were quietly watching me over the years, I was watching you as well, and with growing admiration. I'm just so very proud of you for being such a remarkable young woman, such an outstanding educator, and such a great role model for young people everywhere. Thank you. And I'm also, I'm incredibly appreciative of the mayor's overly kind remarks about me, and I am both very proud and humbled to be honored along with Mayor de Blasio this evening. We not only have the fact that we're the same height in common, and yes, it's true that 6'5" was established as the minimum height requirement to be an honoree this evening. But in a more serious vein, we share a commitment to the fundamental principle that the mayor talked about, that one's zip code should never determine one's destiny, and that all of our children, regardless of their background or circumstance, deserve a high-quality education. And so, it's a core belief, and I'd like to thank the mayor for his really being such an ardent champion for educational excellence and equity. Having been involved with NYC Outward Bound Schools from its inception and played some role in its growth and maturation, I've come to think of it, and I'm sure to a fault, in parental terms. And I know it's an organization and not flesh and blood, but because I have such a strong attachment to it and such love for it, I can't resist anthropomorphizing it. And that's why a number of you here tonight might have heard me use a bar mitzvah metaphor when we turned 13 years old, and why I continue to get such nachas. And that's with a nod to my father, actually. It's joy or pride for you uninitiated from our accomplishments, even now that we're in our mid-20s. And what I would say is one of the most amazing things about NYC Outward Bound Schools is that there are so many people, and a number of them in this room who I can look at right now, who have legitimate parental claims on it. Forget the TV show. It's NYC Outward Bound Schools that's truly redefining what it means to be a modern family, because we have more than a dozen parents to whom we owe our existence, who helped birth us, and who continue to shower us with loving care postnatally now that we're even in early adulthood. So thank you to all my co-parents. I hope you know who you are for doing such a fantastic job of organization rearing. And this organization has not only enjoyed the benefits of having multiple parents, but it also has been blessed by having an equally caring and generous group of partners. That's people whose contributions of time and energy and resources have been indispensable to our well-being and the well-being of our students. And that certainly includes really the very best board of directors that anyone could ever wish for, some of whom, by the way, also belong in that parent category. But it also includes all the principals, the teachers like Kimberly, the other Department of Ed staff, our colleagues at Expeditionary Learning and Outward Bound, and all the funders and supporters who I've had the good fortune to work with over the last 25 years. But my chief partners in this enterprise, and really my teammates, have been and continue to be the incredible staff members of NYC Outward Bound Schools. And it is particularly meaningful to me that so many staff, past and present, are here tonight, because in accepting this award, I really am accepting it as your representative and as the beneficiary, the grateful beneficiary of all your hard work. So thank you all. And if you'll allow a little personal indulgence, there's one person who deserves special thanks, and I could put her in the partner category because she is, well, my life partner. But she, I think, more rightfully belongs in the parent category because she's given so much of herself to New York City Outward Bound Schools over the past 25 years. And you've no doubt figured out that's my wife, Carolyn. And you're right, she's the person in the Stopol family who deserves your applause this evening. And I might just also say, while I'm speaking of the Stopol family, I would like to acknowledge my father, my mother, and the other members of my family for their love and support. So at your tables, I don't know if I'm sure not had a chance to read it thoroughly yet, but there's this book of essays that I've written through which I've tried to explain what makes our organization and the approach to teaching and learning that we stand for so special. And you know, over the past quarter century, so much has changed in the world and education fads have come and gone, but the educational approach that's at our core and whose elements I've tried to highlight in these essays has endured. And it's endured because it's timeless in its application and consistently powerful in its results. It's endured because the core values and underlying belief system that animate it are themselves so enduring. And it has endured because at its essence, it represents what good education is all about, helping young people from all backgrounds to develop and put into practice the knowledge, the skills, the attributes of character, the habits of mind that will allow them to reach their full potential in the classroom, in the workplace, as family members, and as citizen leaders who are committed to making their communities and the world better places. So, you know, very few of us are lucky enough to do work day in and day out that so perfectly aligns with our most cherished values and beliefs, and in so doing, really make a genuine difference in people's lives. And I'm one of those lucky few. So what that means for me is that it has been and continues to be not only a great privilege, but a true labor of love for me to bring Outward Bound's approach to teaching and learning to New York City's young people and their public schools in the ways that are described in this book of essays and in the ways that you're hearing tonight from our student and alumni speakers. So again, thank you for this award. I am just so honored to represent an organization that means so much to me and that makes such a profound difference every day in the lives of young people. Thank you.